Hi, welcome to Yoga Lounge. So today we're going to talk about opening up the throat chakra for our truth, our sense of truth. So we have lately a lot of issues with the throat chakra, with truth in general. So it's difficult to always have your, open, honest going on, and sometimes you have to hang back a little bit for what's happening in the world, or you can't quite, maybe family members you can't talk to. So we repress a lot. We place a lot of blockages in the throat area. Hi Val, hi Stacy, nice to see you. So we'll be doing a lot of things that stretch and expand the throat. If you have issues with your cervical spine, with taking your head back, just be cautious with that. We're going to try to do it in a very safe way, do a lot of things for the neck tonight, for truth. So we're trying to get ourselves so that all of this chakra opens up and we feel comfortable saying whatever it is that we need to say at all times. Okay, so I'm going to go back and get on the mat now, and hopefully we'll all start nice and standing up here. Okay, so again, opening the throat, thinking about lengthening the entire space from the chin down to the chest. So right now we'll just take an inhale. You can place one hand right underneath your chin and one hand directly on top of your chest, and as if you're just trying to stretch some space in there. You might even feel a little gentle tug right down the sternum. And just feel space from the bottom to the top. Expand through that throat area. Good, and we'll release, and taking it now towards the chin, toward collarbone. So you can use your fingertips on your chin if you like. You're just going to draw it down in the direction of the collarbone. We'll stay with that. Notice what that feels like for a moment. You can have your eyes closed or softly closed here. Good, now let's just let our right ear come across and over to the right shoulder. And then you're just going to go back and forth a few times with your breath. And then we'll go all the way back down to chin touching collarbone, or as close to that as you can. Let the left ear go towards the shoulder. Try not to kick the shoulder up, but just leave it down. And then we're going to go back and forth. Circles, small movements, whatever you feel really makes that nice stretch. Good, okay, we'll come back up. Also, part of the neck is definitely shoulders coming in. So we'll do some rolls back. Shoulders help. So if you have super tight shoulders, that's also going to affect pretty much the neck area, the throat area. We're talking mostly about the throat chakra. And now we'll come forward for truth. Exploring, opening our chakra area for truth. Okay, good. Open wide, lift the head, look up. We're going to take a gentle back bend, standing back bend if you can. Chin draws up. Maybe take the chin towards the corner of your room. And we'll exhale. Let's also take the chin in, just as you did earlier. Exhale and bring it down. Inhale, picking that chin up and looking all the way forward. Now in this flat back position, you can have your hands on your shins, you can have them fingertip, but if you really look forward, this throat area is quite open. So let's take an extra breath there as you look as forward as you can without strain. You might feel a little bit of something in your mid-shoulders, at the back of your shoulders here from that. And we'll exhale. Fold, place your hands down. Let's take downward facing dog, step back. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Okay, inhale, rocking forward your way to plank or to knees down plank. And let's lower all the way down. So we'll take knees down, slither heart down. We're going to try to get the chin forward as we come through Ashtangasana. Spend a moment there. If you can have your chin forward, your chest down, you're stretching that throat chakra area. And then we slide all the way down. Place your forehead, third eye down to the mat. And inhale, peel it up into your cobra, low cobra. Exhale, let's take your chin to the chest. Inhale, peel the head up and press up into upward dog variation. You can keep knees down. Let's take the chin in the direction of the corner of the room. Knees down or knees off the ground, whichever you prefer. Okay, exhale. Let's press it back now. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, taking your right leg in the air and bring the heel to the seat. Let's look underneath the right arm. We'll flex and point the toes. Good, okay, bring the knee in and take it towards your head as if you're trying to touch your nose. Round in, you have that chin drawn in again toward collarbone. Now inhale, send it up and lengthen the neck. So now you're more or less letting the crown reach down towards the mat. And bring it in again, curling inward. Take your knee towards your nose, chin toward collarbone. Inhale, send it back up, lengthen the back of the neck again. And exhale. Let's step the foot right in between the hands and lower your knee down. This also helps. This is a nice pose for taking the little back bend. So we'll take our fingers together, lace. Open it up, and again, look up. This time, maybe even looking towards the ceiling. Again, watch your neck. If you know you have neck issues, just be really mindful of where you are. Okay, let's bring it back to a neutral position, fingertips down. We're going to open the heart. Lace the fingers back behind you, and once again, look up. Let the heart open. The throat pulls also into the heart area. You can feel how those two are very connected. And release. Okay, bring the hands down. Let's move back into your downward dog, and we'll repeat on the other side. Take a few breaths in your downward dog. Okay, letting the left leg lift in the air, heel to the seat, look underneath the arm. Flex and point the toes back and forth. Flex and point a few rounds. With the breath. Good. Now on the exhale, we'll bring the knee down towards nose, chin draws in collarbone. Inhale, send it straight back. Let the head just hang. Kind of lengthen the neck along the angle of your arms. Exhale, draw the chin toward collarbone, knee to nose. Inhale, send the leg out, straight up, and lengthen the neck as well. Good. And exhale. Let's step forward with the left foot in between the hands. We'll drop down the right knee. Okay, here we go. Lacing, lifting, inhale. Open the underarms, open the elbows, look up. You can think about truth, you can think about things while you're in these open poses like this. Think of some area of your life that you might want to take that truth to. Then bring the hands down. Let's open and lace behind. And one more time, we lift. Maybe go a little bit further. Really feel the stretch. Extend this into the heart now. So we're pulling the truth up, also out of the heart chakra, into the throat. Coming from the core of your being. And let's get ready to release. Okay, back to downward facing dog. Okay, one more time through. We'll inhale, rock forward into plank, or you can take knees down plank. We exhale, we lower through Ashtangasana, or you can call it puppy pose. We want to have the throat, and we want to have the chin as far forward as we can with the chest down if possible. And exhale, we slide forward, placing the third eye to the mat. Good. We're going to add something on this last one. We'll inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, chin into collarbone. Inhale, lift into cobra. Set forearms down and press up like you're a sphinx. We'll turn and look to the right. Exhale, drop the chin down towards the center. Inhale, come back up to neutral. Exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. Good. And on your next exhale, let's take your chin down and back to the center. Inhale. Here you can press back up. You can move your hands back, press up into upward dog, or stay in cobra. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's come to the knees. Cross your ankles and sink back. Walk your hands forward. Place the forehead down. Third eye down. Knees are out a little wider, ankles crossed under you. Let's inhale now. Press yourself back up to sitting and just go right over your legs so that now you're sitting in a cross-legged position. You can make your adjustments here in the way that you need to. Okay. And continuing on, your neck might feel a little bit worked. It might feel a little looser. So we'll continue with a nice twist. We're going to let the head follow. So take your twist from torso, let the head follow. Now do not add an extra turn to the back. So right now, just let the head follow and just look over the shoulder without the strain of increasing the range of motion there. Good. Now, remember what we did before? We take the ear down. So you're going to take your back ear down to that back shoulder. You're still twisting. And bring it all the way back to neutral. And let's come back to the center. Okay, other side. We swing around. We're not going to go too far. Just follow naturally till you feel you're looking out in the direction of the back shoulder. And the same thing, we're taking the back, the ear that's facing the back of the room, down to the back shoulder. Don't bring the shoulder up to the ear. Watch that tendency to help yourself. All right, that's part of truth too. Sometimes we always take that little shortcut whenever we have it available and we know we can try it. We usually go for it, right? But we want to stay right where that line of truth is with ourselves. So now we'll kind of lower the neck down. And come up. I remember when I was a kid in kindergarten, we had this test. You were supposed to smell things without seeing things. And I could see a little bit out of my bottom of my blindfold. So I wanted to get them all right. So I think I cheated. I smelled an apple that was in a peel. Now, I don't think you could smell an apple in a peel. So maybe if it was cut, I could have smelled it. So I think I faked it. Because I wanted to, I had that ability to cheat, so I did. So anyway, that's not what we're trying to promote. Okay, let's see. Let's come around and we'll take cat and cow for a moment. So as we draw the chin in, round the back up, inhale, and really this time, really work with looking forward, and then maybe pressing. You can push into those hands, and you can take that head just a little bit more. Even if it's not going up, the chin is going forward. Good, and let's release. We'll curl in, chin for collarbone. And then again, we inhale. And think of lengthening the chin across the room, sending it across the room. And we'll exhale. And then one more time, press. Good, and release. It's very interesting because mostly we focus on movement of the spine in that position, but with the focus on being the whole movement of the pretty much the cervical spine, it changes that a little bit. Let's now come to our back. Come to our back. Baddha Konasana feet. So soles of the feet together. Okay, hands on hips, hands on hip bones. So we're just going to allow our head to turn towards the side. So let your head look towards your right. Try to get your ear down, right, without picking up any shoulder at all. Try to come down so your ear is coming to the ground. Right, inhale, come back up. Exhale, roll the head. Ear comes down in the direction of the earth. Inhale, come up. Exhale, ear comes down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, ear comes down. Really roll all the way as close
that ear as close to the ground as you can without lifting off the opposite shoulders. Okay, let's come back. Okay, keeping our legs as they are, we're going to plant the hands just underneath your hips. So palms down, right underneath your hips. You can walk your shoulders under you. Inhale, press up. So we're taking a little lift off with our pelvis. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, bring it down. One more time. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press down. Okay. Walk the feet out to the width of the mat. Let's bring the knees in, all the way towards each other now. Bring the knees in. Take the back of your hands. You're going to lace them. Bring it underneath your neck, really underneath your occiput. So that kind of bony part of the back of your head, you're going to kind of just like a hammock, sling your head into the hammock of your hands. So you're not grabbing at all. You're just going to sling it. Okay. Let's bring our feet now flat to the floor, knees facing up. And we're going to basically roll over to the right. You can squeeze your elbows together, but don't strain your neck. Inhale, come back up. Now, I have my head slightly off the ground to make it just a little more challenging. If you need to, feel free to take a break by laying your head back to the floor for a moment. And we're going to take the other side. So we're rolling, 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 and squeeze the elbows only if that feels comfortable for you. Don't squeeze the back of the head. Inhale, coming back up. Elbows nice and wide now. And just almost separate your fingers so you just feel the tips of your fingers on the back of your head. And we're going to take a kind of a yoga crunch. So exhale, let's lift. But we're not going to take that chin down toward collarbone. Instead, let's lift it so that there's space between the head and the collarbone. We're just staying with that for a moment. You can undo your hands and just take them out to the side. You're kind of using this neck strength to keep yourself lifted. We will take it down in a moment, so just take a breath. If you need to take it down, please feel free. Good. And exhale. Okay, let's walk the hands in. I haven't taken the head down yet because we're going to walk the hands in underneath the hips again. Lift up and let the head travel back towards fish. So now you have that fully open throat, allowing your crown of the head to be moving in the direction of the floor. Your heart is also open and lifted. And when you're ready, let's slide down to the mat for a moment. Okay. All right, rock it side to side for a moment. Give your knees and your supine twist feeling. All right, go all the way over to one side. Keeping your knees in one direction. Take that bottom leg, or the one that's closest to the floor, bring it up and cross the ankle over the top thigh, if possible. If it doesn't work, it's okay. We're going to go back and forth with the head very slowly. So take the head and look all the way over the outside, and then slowly let the head roll back and look in the same direction as your knees are facing. One more time, we roll the head. See if you can feel the back of that occiput getting a little, maybe like a little massage. And go back. Roll it back to the center. Okay, good. Now come back up to your midpoint. Let's take the legs in the air now. Legs are coming up. Okay, again, as we come up, so we could be doing this with a very tense jaw and neck. As we bring the arms up towards the feet, let's then lift the chin as if you're trying to take the throat up towards the ceiling. So even though you're lifting with the body and the core, you're going to relax a little bit in that neck area. Try to open the throat to the ceiling. It feels awkward. It's actually quite an unusual position, but we're going to see if we can hold for another breath or two, and then you can let yourself sink down, okay? Feet on the ground. Let's make sure the knees go in the other direction now. Take your knees all the way over, and you're going to turn in the direction away from the knee. See if you can get your ear down. Obviously, we have both shoulders connected. And roll the head to the other side, roll the head. Look completely in the same direction as your knees are facing. Good job. One more chance to roll all the way back to the other side. Good, and release back to center. Okay, knees up. Now, some of you may have a shoulder stand practice. You can feel free to do a shoulder stand here if you like. Obviously, when you're in shoulder stand, your chin is really tucked in towards that collarbone. So if you choose, go on up. Otherwise, you can make your way down. We'll take our final resting. I'll probably do a little guided meditation for you. Okay. So as you start to settle down onto your back, nice open palms to the ceiling, taking a moment to check in with yourself. Where do you see yourself on that spectrum of being able to be in your truth? As I said, we can't expect 100%. We can't expect perfection, or shouldn't be looking for perfection. But where do you see yourself on that continuum? Without judgment. And then take a look at the times that you have really said something that surprised you. Very truthful, maybe very frank almost.
And just check back and see, how did you feel after that? Was it freeing? Was it frightening? Did it cause you to lose any status or anything? Just checking in. What happened when you were in your truth? And just knowing that it's a balance. It's a balance because it's possible to come out too strong and almost like overreaction. And then that generally, when we go over the edge of it and go to the other side of it, is when we might be hurting people or saying things or just putting ourselves in a position of, again, we really lost power. So if we go too far in the other direction, we're losing power too. So I think the most powerful position is the middle zone, where we can do it in a mindful way, stay in our truth, stay in our heart, speak it without screaming it. That's been my challenge. I have, had ability to get angry, and then because I was holding so much in, and then the anger bubbled out, and it was never good. Never happy with that. So finding that middle zone for that level of truth where we aren't too afraid to speak it. But we're also doing it in a nice way for ourselves that keeps us in balance, keeps us in a good balanced state. Okay, so when you're ready, you're going to start making your way back to your stretching the body, opening, exhaling and drawing the knees in and rocking. And at the end, when you're ready, coming back to your sitting position. Om Shanti. May we all find a way to find our voice, our true voice, and use it wisely, use it with compassion, care, and in a way that we can help whatever the world is trying to birth right now. The most help that we can be with our standing in our truth. So thank you so much. Namaste. If you'd like to chant, we can finish up with a nice Om together. So use that vocal chakra here. Take a deep breath. Peace to all of you and namaste. Thank you for coming again. Okay. Hey, Ralph. Hi. Hey, Jerry. Okay, Dragon, I have your tomato. You have to contact me. I have your tomato.